What's up, everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more Witcher 2, and last time we successfully freed Triss and confirmed many of our theories about the Lodge of Sorceresses. Looks like that tent is moving. I'm hoping that's just the wind and not because there's a bunch of Nilfgaardian soldiers out here again. I don't know about that. It appears as though...
Those Nilfgaardians, that's your one?
They followed their leader too blindly. They slaughtered themselves.
I didn't make it that ugly. But hopefully, we will now have the information that we need to back up our story. Actually, are we supposed to go the other direction? Might be. To make the case that the Lodge of Sorceresses, they're not so great. And that people should believe us. But, it appears as though... How do we actually get out of here? Can we go through here? Oh, here we go. Or Nilfgaardians? Oh, this is where we were initially. That the talks may be starting soon, is what it appears. And so, all this stuff is going to be coming to a head very soon. And that means things may be about to get even messier than they were not long ago. Okay, are we still in Nilfgaard territory? Uh-oh.
We shouldn't arrive at the same time. Let's split up.
Okay. But at the same time, I did just go through a lot of effort freeing you and may have made a very powerful sorceress and a very powerful dragon mad at me for doing so, so it'd be really great if I didn't lose you again.
The Lodge remembers too.
Rest assured I won't let anyone compress me again.
Some of the sorceresses will be surprised to see you. Watch them closely.
Don't worry, I'll manage. See you at the talks.
All right.
Triss. Good luck. Try not to get compressed again. That was a one-time thing. We saved you there. Not gonna happen again. Okay, now as for this skill point that we want to use, this is a pretty awesome one to level up. We did take the first round last time, but you see just how awesome it is this time. We get an additional 100 vitality and 10% damage reduction. That would be pretty sweet. But unlocking group finishers, allowing us to generate adrenaline through sword blows, that also does sound good. Don't fully know how that works, but that sounds like that would be a pretty substantial upgrade. So I think we do try this. It's a little bit more of an offensive approach, I think, than this one, because this one obviously has life and defenses in it. What is the next round for this, though? Unlocks group finishers activated after the adrenaline bar charges. That part's the same. Allows generation of adrenaline through sword blows. That's the same. Plus 10% damage and 10% damage reduction. Okay, so I think in that case, next one will probably end up being invincible here. Or maybe even whirlwind, actually. Adrenaline generated sword blows, more. All resistances, more. Chance of causing all critical effects. Yeah, so probably either invincible or this whirlwind, the next one. Hopefully we will level up soon, because, like I said, I am expecting that stuff is about to go down big time. We are... I'm assuming that that top... I don't know if quarter is the right way of describing it. The quarter, maybe, is the Nilfgaardian area. And then... Oh, this is the wrong direction. Talk to Triss before entering the amphitheater. Okay, so we want to make sure we don't go straight in. Oh, we're right here. Okay.
Nothing special.
This is the middle of Loch Moin, it seems. Where we did see several traders earlier. Don't know if anything has changed. We do have a lot of items that we did pick up from the various Nilfgaardians that we fought last time, so I feel like, you know, selling one of our 3 Nilfgaardian swords might be a valuable way of creating a little bit of extra space for us. Otherwise... Armor of Loch Moin? No, wait. Is that what we were using before we swapped over to the other really powerful armor that we recently saw? Might have been. But we also have a lot of the Nilfgaardian jackboots, superb Nilfgaardian leather jacket. Wait. Okay, those are the same thing. Just one is superior and one's not. For a second, I thought they had a slightly different name. I was like, is there some subtle difference that I'm not seeing, potentially? Also, Mrs. Trader Lady, please do not pay any attention to how I am selling you a whole bunch of Nilfgaardian gear. Definitely don't read into that. No reason. No reason at all for that. Oh, have we read this? We should definitely read it, but I want to make sure we don't sell it by mistake. Oh, we still have a bunch of Harpy trophies. Wow. Okay. Again, for the most part, just taking up space. So we'll dump those. Make a little bit of coins off of it. And the silver rings that we saw a bazillion of, yeah, they're worth something. We have 21 of them. And selling the lot of them is worth a bit. Worth more than the stone. Okay. I think we have, for the most part, rid ourselves of the junk that was clogging our inventory. So we should be in good shape. We did also pick up an item, that powerful chestplate that I was alluding to, that increased our maximum carrying capacity. So that should be helpful too, when it comes to looting things. Okay, so this is the quote-unquote correct direction over here. That's Selkirk. Or Silgrad, rather. His last name is Selkirk. We have already heard from him, though.
Magic, I tell you.
Did you notice it's here as well? Gargoyles, we did see some gargoyles a little ways back, and they were pretty tough. I mean, we have now leveled up once or twice, so, and gotten better gear. So maybe we're in better shape to take them on at this point. Mighty Numa wants you. Mighty Numa, the world's greatest strongman, challenges the brave among you. Test your arm, nay, the strength of your very being against Mighty Numa. Come to the city's central square and accept Mighty Numa's challenge. Elegance breeds prestige. Style shapes charisma. We all know just how important a dazzling appearance can be. This is another advertisement for haircuts. We got one in Bergen, and nothing interesting happened. All members of the Magic Guild have arrived in wondrous new attire, and their hair precisely and expertly arranged, but long voyages and the associated hardships are never kind to the achievements of stylists. Even an Archmistress's portal can generate currents that wreak havoc with a perfectly set, towering butterfly bouffant. Is that buffet? Pretty sure it's, I don't know. You can yet avoid the shameful catastrophe of appearing tarnished amongst society. Brothers and sisters desiring adjustment of their hairstyles, I await you in the central square beneath the aqueduct near the tower.
Shatter your towers and crystal balls.
That's mostly the gargoyles that would potentially be of interest.
Turn away the black cat. And the
I don't know about this Numa guy, though. That's here, so
and the
I'm a little curious. This is where that guy might be.
I'm Geralt.
Brass and Banard. I remember you from Thanad. I
Oh.
believe I saw you in Oxenford too.
Seems we only ever meet on Elvenland.
Indeed. But I suspect you're not here to chat about Elven ruins.
Okay, I don't... Sure, it'd be good to get weapons, I guess, but I don't know why I'm asking you about
Actually,
this.
I'm here because of your weapon expertise.
I'm no expert.
You're the best swordsmith among mages.
I'm more interested in the cultural relics of other races, actually.
I'm going to need a solid cultural relic in my hand.
I guess the circumstances require haste.
We do need that? Apparently we need that. Oh! That could potentially be helpful.
Tell me what you know about those gargoyles that are bothering you.
They were
Oh, this is
servants
the guy
of the
who
mages
had the notice for the
once lived in
gargoyles. Okay.
Lochween. The mages left, but the gargoyles remain behind. They're still lethal. The quarters they guard are simply inaccessible.
Okay, I did potentially want to talk to you about other things as well, but... Okay, have you ever heard of the
I'm
Wild
interested
Hunt?
in the Wild Hunt. Any chance you know something about it?
No, birds are not exactly my speciality.
Birds? Oh, what is this? Armor you have here also looks really good. Looks like it's potentially roughly on par with what we just picked up, though. Probably doesn't make sense to purchase that here. do wonder if we might have other useful things, though. Bigger regeneration during combat that is really nice, but that is lower damage than our current swords. That does make it a bit hard to justify. That being said, suddenly you're starting to talk my language a little bit more. Sting. Lord of the Rings references continue. I feel like it might be a decent idea to pick up some silver ore just for the sake of having some, because I think it is a powerful crafting material that we only get on occasion. It does have some weight to it, but like we were saying earlier, we rid ourselves of enough junk that should still be fairly feasible. And to tell you the truth, 36 coins, not that bad. Let's do it. Not that bad when you consider that we have almost 10,000 at this point, so I think we'll be fine there. Okay. But one other thing... Hold on. This is going way back here, but I feel like... So we got the Nilfgaardian camp key versus prison key, Siegfried's stuff. Not sure if we've read about the venoms and poisons, but I assure you it probably says lots of stuff about venoms and poisons. What I really wanted to see, though, was this. I received the ordered chalice and am forwarding the first payment as agreed. Know, however, that the ornamentation was sloppily executed. Maybe we did read this. The object as a whole looks shoddy and is hardly identical to the original. The item ultimately serves its purpose and my needs. You will receive the remainder of your remuneration immediately after the council. Okay. So I think that was... You look important. Except you don't want to talk to us.
It's a brazen attack.
Greetings. Nice place.
Many thanks for the compliment. Welcome to the Eternal Fire.
Oh.
Kitchen open day and night.
It's not that kind of fire. The Eternal Fire is the light of truth, the heart of a true community. Only in the Eternal Fire beneath the sign of this clan can we burn witches all day and man is fellow man.
Okay, it's a little unsettling. You know, maybe not the best way to have people join your religious cult. Well, I think we stashed some of our old loot here. This is technically part quest item, so I'm not sure if we really need to be holding on to it. Part of me feels like we should. Like, directly in our inventory, not stashed away. Other than that, we'll stash this. I'm sorry. It served its purpose. It was fun while it lasted. Okay. I think that will free us of even more inventory space.
Set them, you idiot!
The audacity!
Pull yourself together.
Have we seen these people before?
Greetings. How are you?
I don't think so.
Hmm?
That person, I swear for a second I thought that person was Triss. Similar color hair and hairstyle. Somewhat similar clothing. Okay. Feel like as soon as we head over to that main area, then we are not going to be able to do anything else, which is why I'm partially making sure that we get the chance to... Oh, Elemental Stone. Ooh. Why I'm making sure that we go out of our way to talk to a lot of these people. Diamond Dust, don't mind if I do.
Oh, it's a lovely day today.
Welcome.
Oh, is this... Yeah, I was gonna say, this looks like the Mighty Numa guy.
Let me guess.
Behold, the mighty Numa.
Or it's this guy.
And I
Oh, those are
am
ears, I'm pretty sure. That he has wrapped around his neck.
The mighty Numa breaks the necks of bulls, bends iron bars, defeats everyone. Numa. His secret lies in the mushrooms and herbs cultivated in Ilanda and picked in the mornings by virgin priestesses. They can be yours for a very reasonable price.
Out of curiosity. Anabolic steroids? Oh dear. Is that what you were referring to? saying that this guy roids up and that's how he gets the job done? Kids, don't do drugs. Steroids are not the answer.
You lose, something.
I'm looking for someone who can match me in arm wrestling.
I don't wrestle just any old suckers.
Good reason to try me.
During the circus show, I've squeezed blood from the hands of gits like you. The crowd loves it when they moan and shit themselves in pain. I tell ya, blood and shite really pull in the crowds.
Oh,
You've got a big mouth.
And you've pissed off the mighty Numa. Put down your coin and give me your hand.
alright. Let's give it a shot, I guess. Oh my goodness.
I've always been the curious sort.
Alright, the arm wrestling is not terribly easy, and I suspect this guy is going to be very difficult. Oh my god, do you see the size of the area that we are supposed to hit here? It is minuscule. This basically requires perfect execution, and there's no way I'm succeeding here. There's absolutely no way. Wow.
They say witches are tough, but you, in the circus, you could maybe kick a clown's ass.
Okay. Find the source of his incredible strength. We did talk to you earlier. Oh, this does say potion/quest item. Whoa! Costs 1,000 orens? I mean, I am... Oh, do we really have to? Do we really have to? Do we have to play his own game? Beat him? Is that the way this works? Let's read the quest log and see what it says. I'd rather not stoop to his level. Came across an interesting notice board. I'm pretty sure this is it. A certain individual had challenged all those brave enough to an arm wrestle duel. Yup, the Witcher was no weakling, and he enjoyed sleepy pastimes, so he took special note of the challenge. Witcher found an arm wrestling partner in Lochmoyne too, and was bested. Winner was called Mighty Numa, and his brawn was certainly unnatural. Geralt had to find a way to deal with Numa and have his revenge. Okay. So yeah, it does seem as though the gargoyle and this arm wrestle are the only things we can do now. Oh, what about the tower with those scientist guys that we were going to do until we started picking fights with some Redanians and got jailed and got pulled into the whole mess with Philippa and Saskia and Triss unexpectedly. So, I do wonder. There's no clear indication that there's any other way to do this. I feel like we may need to stoop to his level. And I may be crit for a second here. Kids, just look the other way for a minute. You see nothing. You see nothing at all. Nothing at all. Watch us just instantaneously get huge. Did we just instantaneously get huge, or that mean? Looks like the puffs on our shirt, like around our elbows. For a second, I must have been playing mind tricks on myself, but it looked like those were getting bigger, and I was like, did we just get biceps? Our biceps to like grow in 50% in size.
You lose, something.
I'm looking to earn a few orens.
You can only lose them with the mighty Numa.
You a thief?
I don't have to steal. I kick everyone's ass when it comes to arm wrestling. Care to try me?
Yeah, let's give it a shot now.
I've always been the curious sort.
Let's see if that is enough to make a big difference. Now, what is the size of... Oh, the thing that we have to keep our arm indicator in. It is like 5 times as big. It is exponentially easier now. We probably should put way more on this to make up for the price that we just
No
paid.
one's ever beaten me.
There's always a first time.
If I give you something, will you keep this to yourself? The circus finds out I lost, they'll can me. The mighty Numa must be invincible. Take this and keep your trap shut. Please.
All right. Thanks.
Long, robust gauntlets. And a tiny bit of experience. Okay, so I think we paid 200 coins for the Orens, got 100 coins back. Again, we probably should have bet the house on that one. And of course, we didn't know definitively that it was going to be way easier that time, but in hindsight, it seemingly would have been obvious to assume that. So I think we're down net 100 Orens after that, unless what we just got was amazing. Yeah, what was it, though? Is it a... it wasn't actual long, robust gauntlets. It was just a diagram for long, robust gauntlets that may or may not even be worth making. So, yeah. Largely not worth it. Oh, except we did get not only 25, but I guess in total 125 experience. So maybe. We did also level up. Realize we leveled up again so quickly. In which case we can actually take the whirlwind now. So let's do that. And I think we now, across all these things here, potentially even including this, have access to, and this too, access to some pretty darn powerful upgrades here. So any one of our next 5 levels, I think, are going to be very significant. Curiosity. These other areas? What is this? Just basing this on our previous experience, going down into dark dungeons. Pretty sure this isn't going to end well. Pretty sure this isn't going to end well. I think we have been down here on one prior occasion. But I can't recall what that was. Hello? Anybody home? There you are. Hey, friends.
You stink.
I missed. Ow. Rude. Our damage does seem a lot better than it used to. Did you just bounce off that wall? It is nice when they don't explode. And we shatter them instead, when we have the icy stuff going on. It does really sound like there's more where those guys came from. Perhaps. Somewhere. Oh, what was that? Wolfsbane. Yeah. Oh. 28 orange is nice. I guess it's maybe not a ton. Oh. Better armor? I do wonder if that guy can actually break through that. Or a diagram of some armor, at least. Ooh. That might be better than anything we have thus far. Although I see troll skin is one of the ingredients, and we've not killed any trolls, nor do I think we will kill any trolls in the near future, given how only trolls I know are close friends of mine. And, I'd like to keep it that way. So, perhaps something we might be able to get in the future. Oh. We can still attack you, though. Can we finish you off with a sign? Unfortunately, doesn't look like it. Oh man, you're just a big tease. Does Igni make it through? No? Sure? Sure it doesn't? Oh man. Okay, well, a short little adventure down here. A few kills. A little bit of loot. Not bad. Oh, we actually... might be able to keep going. Maybe not. Looked like the map was indicating that we could keep on going in that direction, but I suppose that was not the case. Oh, and that's our adrenaline bar there with a little lightning bolt below our life. I almost didn't even see that. I didn't even see that until we got back up here. So we'll have to pay closer attention to that. See how much of a difference that really makes. And so now I think the only thing that we might theoretically want to do before we actually talk to the people in the center of town is that tower stuff with the sketchy quote-unquote scientists. As for whether that is something that feels like... Oh, and the gargoyle contract, I suppose. Are those things worthwhile? I don't know. Let's maybe mark the gargoyle contract, and I'm curious as to how much easier that may or may not be at this stage. We just say, learn more about gargoyles? Really? I don't recall where exactly they were, other than that they were closer to the entrance, I thought. So, like, more or less exactly in the direction that we're currently headed. I think. So we go past these guys. Not sure if we can go through here or not. Is this the place where we just went? It very well could be. I think it is. Just ignore the fact that I attempted to go through exactly the same door. This is the...
Freak!
We just go in the middle of town yet again. To the right of where we currently are is the answer. Now, it's easier said than done. We already know about this guy.
Take care.
Yeah, you know.
Shatter your towers and crystal balls.
Oh, okay. Through this way. This seems... It looks vaguely familiar.
Help!
Oh, that didn't sound good. Somebody's calling for help. I don't know where that was coming from, though. Probably this green dot over here that I cannot currently find. I think there's a way up. Oh, or here? That's Triss. Uh-oh.
In a hurry to see the deliberations.
Here on urgent business.
Actually, I didn't want to go in
Your
this direction.
dress seems to confirm it. Excuse you indeed. I suppose I couldn't much care. I've heard what I came to hear.
And what, pray tell, was that?
The rightful heir will ascend to the Adernian throne.
Rightful
There
heir?
will be
Okay.
peace in the land. What more could one want?
Prince Stennis is here?
King Stennis. Crowned 2 days past in Vengerberg.
Oh.
Merely send a messenger here. All those present promptly agreed that he will make a good ruler.
Oh, flashback. Does that ruin
Prince
anyone's
Stennis.
plans with Saskia?
Poisoner, coward, and schemer. He trembled with disgust when he spoke to the peasants. Disdain flowed from him like vomit. But he didn't deserve to be lynched. That was not the justice Saskia fought for. Prince Stennis I, son of Demavend III, became the 17th king of Aedirn. He won the hearts of the people. They saw him as the hope of the nation. The realm, ravaged by war, needed a ruler sensitive to the plight of his subjects. King Stennis I was just that.
Really? Sensitive is not the first word that comes to mind. Okay, I suppose we'll end up talking to Triss because forget about those guys looking to go into the tower.
Good that you're here. We don't have much
Who
time.
needs them after all?
Seems like we never do.
First, we have to get by the guards.
Leave that to me.
Be careful.
I'm always careful.
Debatable. they're hanging out over here. Do you have anything else to say to us by any chance? No, we've already talked to you about all that stuff. I was wondering if maybe, with the actual events imminent, you might have something else to say.
Greetings.
Here to see the show. It's cancelled, indefinitely. We're now in the services sector.
What service do you provide?
I was once a good swordsmith, or at least it looked like I might be. A riot came through, took my workshop with it, but the skill remained. I actually prefer swallowing swords to hammering them.
Oh!
But that upsets my wife.
Give her my best.
You can do so yourself. She's Alona, the bearded she-elf.
Ah, and how's life with a bearded she-elf?
Pretty normal. We don't generally bring our work home with us.
Okay. It does definitely seem like a lot of these people are from the circus. Some people have even directly referenced the circus. That looks pretty darn good. That's a silver sword. I think most of the powerful swords we've seen thus far are steel swords. We might have seen this one in the past. Might have even seen this one. Yeah, I think we did see that. But I don't know that we've seen any more powerful silver swords, nor do I know if we have upgraded our silver sword as recently. I feel like it might be worth investing in that. Otherwise, just keep an eye out for other things that are a little bit unusual that might be worth picking up here. Seen plenty of that stuff before. Diagrams. It generally seems like every time you see a new trader, or at least in a new area, the traders have better diagrams. So it seems like the longer you wait, the better diagrams you're going to get. So if you're willing to hold off, you should be okay. As for our current silver sword, yeah, it's 19 to 25 damage. Those other swords, those other silver swords you were selling, were almost twice that. So let's definitely trade. You have my attention. This one. I think we lose out on some vitality that we have on our current silver sword, but outside of that, like I said, damage-wise, I think this more than makes up for that. So there we go. Like, if we just do a quick comparison, now that it's going to be a little easier to do that, we see, yeah, whole lot more damage. Lose out on 30 vitality, some freeze and bleeding chance, which is a little bit unfortunate because we were starting to build up a fair bit of bleed and freeze chance. Freeze most notably, or at least easiest to observe that. Along with the skills that we've taken that have started to allow us to do that more frequently as well. But we will also pick up a little bit of extra damage to insectoids and necrophages, which, not sure 4% is ever going to make a huge difference, but maybe just enough that it'll be doing something, even if we're not, seeing exactly how much of a difference that makes. It's not like I'll be measuring 4% every time we hit. But, yeah, the extra damage, though, absolutely will be just the flat damage that we get noticeable. So we are supposed to go through there. But I'm noticing that at least some of you guys seem to have new information.
I'm Alona, the bearded she-elf.
Bearded?
Don't be a child. We came here to perform, but this place is a circus in itself. Nobody's interested in us, so we're on to plan B. Trade.
What do you sell?
Food. Fresh. Very good. You want to buy something, or are you waiting for my beard to grow out?
Yeah, I can't help but notice that you don't appear to have much of a beard.
Fine, I'll bite. Show me your beard. I'll pay your full performance fee.
That'll be 200 orans.
Whoa! That's an exorbitant amount of coins.
Final?
I mean, I am curious as to whether there may or may not be anything more
Object lesson. You'll learn what
behind
a
that.
sorceress can never agree to under any circumstance.
Greetings. Good day.
All right, show me the beard.
That'll be
Fine. Could we actually go less than 200? I would very much like that to be the case. So, how much lower, though, are we thinking she might be willing to go? Because we've been wrong in the past here trying to negotiate with people and mistakenly gone low they scoffed at us, and then basically when we tried to purchase something from them again or barter with them again, they raised the price on us. So bear that in mind. But yeah, I'm willing to take a little bit of a chance here. So I think we won't go to quite 200, but we'll go close to that to see if she'll bite.
Bye.
Oh,
Prepare for your final
okay.
lesson.
I guess she was actually telling the truth.
But I'll have no
She did not want to go any lower than 200. I'm pretty certain that there were some... Yup. Gargoyles! Right here.
Too old for this.
Now, if you just, like, didn't delay for a second there, I would have highly appreciated that. You did succeed in startling me big time. Your whole dramatic entrance thing. The damage does seem way better compared to what we were doing to these gargoyles before. They appeared really tanky in the past. Now they just more or less look like fairly straightforward enemies. Sure, they probably still deal a fair bit of damage when they attack. But look at that. We can slice through them fairly easily. Oh! Wave after wave of gargoyle, apparently. That's a little different, though. Please don't do that. I want to have my shield up, preferably. And it did seem like in the past, at least, charge a bit. Oh. That was also probably not the right methodology there. Not sure we want to run right now. I feel like that is probably not the correct answer. They might go away and regenerate some HP. That did also happen in the past when we experimented with these guys a bit. One down. Do they blow up in fire? They do blow up in fire. Is that actually the last of them? Or not? Gargoyle trophy could be quite good as well. It's a bit intriguing. You see another red mark up here. Right here? Is that the remnant of one of the gargoyles, or something else? Arena. Mushroom things. Oh, it's probably... No, it was not that. So I am curious as to whether there's anything down here. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to save. Technically, we're not supposed to kill the gargoyles just yet. We're oh, this is exactly where we were before. So there's gonna be... Was a golem here. Sixth encrypted rune combination. On the dark sky, the beauty of the falcon's flight. Faster and faster. I have no idea what that means. That leads me to believe that since we have seen places like this before, there's probably a whole bunch of these. There might be 6, based on how that's the 6th entry. And we have to reach all 6 of them. This is obviously something that we can't open right now. Maybe it's trapped, and if we try opening it, the golem thing will appear, but I think that we have to get through all these places, all of which are guarded by gargoyles, and only then will we be able to unlock the stuff. My theory. Will we draw any unwanted attention? There might be more gargoyles through here, or it's locked. I don't know. Is it worth trying to fight other gargoyles, or is that enough? It might be. Yeah, tell you what, I think we will probably end up just going straight into the amphitheater from here, in which case that probably means that this is a good place to wrap up this episode, and probably means we shouldn't draw our sword on our friend here. But hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we have a lot to do in the next one, I'm guessing, because, well, we got some negotiations to do. So I'll catch you there.